unusual couple, you know?
Oh, I don't think that was ever in question.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. This is going to be my new Avengers Wandavision video. They made a big announcement this past week, so I'll explain what's going on. Marvel also released a really cool new X-Men trailer that I'll play in a second, too. But if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the videos. We are getting WandaVision episodes later this year in 2020. I will be doing videos for all those, of course, so we'll do a Disney Plus giveaway. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and let me know what kind of Easter eggs you want to see on WandaVision. But part of the reason why we talk about X-Men and WandaVision together is because there's going to be some new X-Men Marvel Phase 4 stuff happening on the WandaVision series. They're going to be using it to set up a lot of things. Mutants and X-Men in the MCU is just part of that. But just starting with the big stuff first, number 5, if you didn't see the news, Disney released a new Disney Plus trailer, and there was a bunch of upcoming Mandalorian Season 2 episode stuff in it because that just premiered, but there was not any mention or any footage of WandaVision. Earlier this year, they did release a coming soon trailer, quote-unquote, for fall and winter 2020. There was a bunch of WandaVision stuff during that, saying that it was coming during 2020. So they're saying that WandaVision is coming before the end of 2020, but it's not coming in November. So you do the complex calculus equations to figure this out, and it sounds like it's a soft confirmation that WandaVision will be premiering in December like they originally intended. I know everyone wants to know what day WandaVision Episode 1 is actually going to release. Typically in the past, Disney has only released one major series at a time without any overlap, so they've only had Star Wars Disney Plus series so far, but they waited to drop all the Clone Wars Season 7 episodes until after the Mandalorian Season 1 episodes had been released. So the logic being that they keep people subscribed to Disney Plus longer if they keep releasing new content, and it's easier to do that if they just stretch it out as much as possible. So unless they want to overlap the Mandalorian Season 2 finale this year with WandaVision Episode 1, WandaVision would not premiere till December 25th, Christmas Day, because it's falling on a Friday this year, and they usually release new episodes on Fridays. But if you remember last year, there was a bit of an overlap between Star Wars Rise of Skywalker and the Mandalorian Season 1 episodes around the Christmas holiday. So what they did is they just shifted the Mandalorian episodes to a different part of the week. So Marvel might wind up doing the same thing, where they release WandaVision Episode 1 on Tuesday or Wednesday before Christmas Day. Either way, no matter when they start releasing episodes during December, the finale wouldn't drop till January, so we will have content from Disney Plus, thankfully, through January. There were some rumors that Marvel and Disney were so thirsty for content because of the way the virus shut everything down this year. Like, we didn't get any new Marvel movies. It was crazy. It was the first time since Marvel Phase 1 that happened. So the rumor was that they increased the original number of WandaVision episodes from the original 6, but it's just a rumor, so we could be getting more than 6 episodes of WandaVision. And as for Falcon and Winter Soldier, they finished filming that a while ago, and the hope is that they'll release those episodes after the WandaVision finale, maybe with a couple weeks in between, so that'd be like late February, March release date. Hopefully they'll release the full Falcon and Winter Soldier trailer before the end of the year and attach the release date to that. But talking more about WandaVision, X-Men, mutants in the MCU, and Marvel Phase 4, Marvel just released a brand new X-Men trailer that's a new redesigned version of X-Men the Animated Series. So here's the full trailer for that. Crank the nostalgia up to 11.
The world tonight is in the grip of a terrible crisis. Those unfortunate mistakes of nature are running wild.
How could you register her with that mutant control agency as if she were some sort of criminal?
This is Professor Xavier's School for the Gifted. All of us here are mutants, like yourself. We X-Men learned something very special here, Jubilee. How to control our mutant powers for the benefit of mankind.
But then why do people hate us?
Your violence will solve nothing. We must use our special gifts to bring peace to mankind.
If we fail, there will be a civil war.
Better that we die on our feet than live on our knees.
The way they cut that is just meant to feel like a modern drama series because most of the trailers they released for the 90s animated shows were way more quick and dirty. Marvel has just been hyping up all of the X-Men content on Disney Plus lately because they're trying to prime everyone for new MCU X-Men to debut in the next couple of years. They even rebranded a big section of their Marvel movie content as Marvel Legacy for all the Fox Marvel films, but notice it's only the Fantastic Four films and the X-Men films. There's no Deadpool in here anywhere, so take that for what you will. Theorycraft all you want. Deadpool right now in his current rated R form is being treated like he's in his own self-contained universe of continuity, but they're letting the Deadpool 3 team and Ryan Reynolds do anything they want to with that movie for the most part. Reportedly, they're also signing him to a mega cameo deal to sort of Stan Lee cameo his way through upcoming Marvel Phase 4 and Marvel Phase 5 movies. But if they wind up signing that deal, no idea what his first cameo would be or which movie that would happen in. My assumption when it comes to stuff like that is that full-blown crossover wouldn't happen till tail-end Marvel Phase 4 or during Marvel Phase 5, which right now per the schedule would be somewhere between 2022 and 2023, so still a long ways off. A little while ago, he did a big interview talking about the status of Deadpool 3, giving a big update on the movie, and talked about actively trying to get himself banned from Disney.
I'm hoping it's released sooner than later, but I know Disney's super excited about it. They bought it from Fox, where I used to work, and here we go. Yeah,
is Deadpool also Fox?
Deadpool, yeah, what was Fox, and then now it is in the hands of Marvel over there at Disney. Yeah.
And what and can those worlds be combined, or we don't know?
I see infinite possibility in either version. You know, if Deadpool were to be in the Marvel comic universe, I think, or the Marvel Cinematic Universe rather, I think it would be explosive and amazing, and what a sandbox to play in. If Deadpool continued to get to just do his own thing and be his own thing, also just like infinite possibility. And you know, I mean, we have so much. You made
that your own thing. I mean, that is.
I do. I write it with two other guys, Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick, who are geniuses and amazing in so many ways, and we just have so much fun. We actually write it all right in here in this room, where I'm sitting, and we just have the best time doing it together. So we hope that there's a lot more story to tell. So we hope we get to do that sooner than later.
There's a couple jokes that you told me about. I won't say now because I don't want to ruin it if it's in the third one, but it didn't make it to the second one. But it was really, really funny thing that was going on. I was like, oh, they'll never let you do that.
Yeah, you could fill a gymnasium with some of the jokes that got cut out of Deadpool 1 and 2 that would get us all arrested or turned into some sort of Disney liquid.
So when we talk about MCU X-Men stuff, you have the Deadpool 3 stuff that's going on that they're trying to integrate and fold in. Then separately, you have all the Wandavision mutant stuff. But all the new X-Men stuff they're doing on Wandavision begins with the way they're telling the multiverse storyline, or starting the multiverse chaos that's going to inform the rest of the Marvel Phase 4 movies through Doctor Strange 2, called Multiverse of Madness. That's basically going to be when things peak out and Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch team up to stop all the chaos that she helped create. But during the WandaVision series, Scarlet Witch lives in the pocket alternate reality that we see in the trailer, TV-like dimension, whatever you want to call it, where she has what looks like her chaos-level magic ability to change reality on a whim. And because we see that House of M Easter egg, the Maison du Mépris wine, which basically means House of Contempt, or says House of M, just like that storyline, that reality eventually starts to crumble, and maybe she finds a way to save her children and bring them back to the main MCU dimension with her, where eventually they could come back in future Young Avengers-related projects or other Disney Plus series. There will be another WandaVision trailer sometime this month, but probably not till after all the election craziness dies down this week. I will be doing Marvel videos and more Mandalorian Season 2 videos this week. My Mandalorian Season 2 Episode 2 video will also be posting on Friday. Leave all your video requests in the comments below for any Marvel or X-Men related stuff that you want me to do, or even any Mandalorian stuff. Everyone click here for my full Mandalorian Season 2 Episode 1 video, and click here for my brand new Thor 4 Avengers video. Thank you so much for watching. Everyone stay safe. This is The Way.